we will just put this out there, though. We already have a Savitar and Sportsmaster, a.k.a. Oliver Queen, who goes rogue after this season. Team up that goes versus the super legendary Flareverse. Bring in Kara from Supergirl and Monel and John and Win and Alex and all of them that are there. And Jimmy, hopefully, if he's still around. And
hopefully.
Then after that crossover, they save and stop Savitar and Sportsmaster. They go back, or they try to go back to their respective worlds, but Mixie and Music Meister is like, Daddy, we got to tell on them because they're changing stuff over there.
And their dad is Time Trapper?
Yes, the dad is Time Trapper. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to put them all in one place. Boom. Pocket Universe. Hey guys, what's going on? It's DJ with a bro Jamie.
What's good?
And the Speedtro.
Kind of cool.
Bringing you our Justice Clubhouse Podcast number 18. This episode was on The Flash called Cause and Effect. Roll the clip. After revealing himself to be the future version of Barry, Savitar explains that he is a time remnant, that he is a product of Barry's selfishness in changing their original timeline. Savitar tells Barry that the team knew he was the real Barry and saw him as an aberration. This motivated him to become a god, which is how he became Savitar. He tells him that two more things need to happen. Iris needs to die in order for him to be born, and the other reason will be saved for another time. The Flash and the future Flash engage in a brief battle in which they throw lightning at one another. Savitar gets away and Barry heads to tell the team at Star Labs. They all realize that Savitar traveled to the beginning of time and spread the rumor of being the first metahuman. This enabled him to garner acolytes throughout time and help increase his power. Barry asks HR how far along Tracy is in making the trap. After Barry and Iris have an intimate talk, Cisco appears, telling them that he has an idea. He tells Barry that he will block his brain from creating new memories so that Savitar can't predict their next move. They conduct a procedure, but when he comes out of it, he can't remember anyone, even himself. He panics and asks them what is going on. Iris calms him down and makes him realize that they are all his friends. She has Wally stay with him, while she, Cisco, Julian, and Joe try to figure out what is wrong with him. They realize that he has a unique form of amnesia and doesn't even remember that he has super speed. Joe and Iris go to CCPD to cover for Barry, who Cecile is looking for. HR helps Tracy complete the Speed Force bazooka. HR tries to calm her down when she is stressed and they nearly kiss. At the CCPD, Joe tells Cecile that Barry has amnesia and that he can't testify against a criminal she wants to put away named Lucius Coolidge. She asks him if it has something to do with his adventures in Flash and asks Joe to help her sort things out. Iris tries to help Barry remember who he is and what their life together is like. Elsewhere, Caitlin meets with Savitar and taunts him for sitting around. He then attacks her and is revealed that he too has amnesia, questioning who he is. Iris shows Barry pictures from their childhood and is happy that he isn't carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. Before they can share a kiss, he gets a message from Cecile asking him to appear at the courthouse. Cisco and Julian meet him there and they fit him with smart glasses, which they use to tell him what to say. The glasses malfunction after he sweats on them and he messes up the testimony. The judge is then forced to dismiss the trial. Killer Frost shows up at Star Labs, surprising Julian, Cisco, and Wally. Wally can't use his powers, and Killer Frost tells them that she is their only hope to fix everything. Iris takes Barry back to their apartment and has to explain what happened to his parents when he sees their picture. They kiss and Barry's super speed activates. Iris and Joe bring him back to the lab where they see the rest of the team with Caitlin. She tells him that because he doesn't remember anything, Savitar doesn't either. Caitlin tells him that they have to decide whether they want to return his old memories to save Iris or keep Savitar from hurting them. HR and Tracy finally share a kiss after their awkward encounter earlier. Caitlin helps Cisco and Julian figure out how to restore Barry's memories. He tries to remind her of all the good times they shared by telling Julian stories. He brings up Ronnie and it seemingly strikes a chord in her. Cisco tells her that every good memory he has is with her in it. Iris and Joe watch an excitable Barry use his powers. Joe realizes that Iris doesn't want him to gain his memories back so that he can start over. Later, Lucius Coolidge walks into an office building and begins to burn everything inside with the people in it. Iris and Joe show Barry the flash shoot when the team walks in to tell him about Coolidge. Barry decides to be a hero and rushes to stop the villain. Caitlin tells Cisco to use the device that they created to jumpstart his brain. It sends a shockwave to his suit, but it doesn't seem to restore his memory. Caitlin tells him that they activated a part of his brain that he needs to remember and only needs to jog his memory. Iris tells him about his mother's death and gets him to remember. She reminds him that for every bad memory, there's a good one. He regains his memories as the Savitar. Wally helps him put out the fire and stop Coolidge. Back at the lab, the team quiz Barry to make sure all his memories are back. Barry, Cisco, and Julian then try to get Caitlin to stay. Julian promises to find her a cure and tells her he loves her. She tells him that she doesn't love him or any one of them. As she enters the elevator, her eyes return to normal for a brief moment. Iris talks to Barry and tells him that she thought about not letting him regain his memories. He tells her that he had the same freedom when he was in Flashpoint with his parents, but risks losing everyone else. He tells her that he needs the darkness to motivate him to save the day. HR and Tracy then ask the team to group up. They show them the nearly completed Speed Force bazooka. Tracy tells them that in order to power it, they need the power equivalent to the sun. King Shark is then shown as containment at Argus with similar power source keeping him locked. Will Team Flash be able to stop Savitar, or are they heading in exactly the direction that he wants them to be? Will Team be able to save Caitlin? Jay Garrick? Will the old timeline be restored? How epic will this face-off between Barry and Savitar be? We'll find out in the next episode of The Flash. Once and thanks.
Why have you done this?
I can't believe you've done this. That's pretty much a good roundup for what just went on in this episode. So, picking up right where we left off, Barry unmasked Savitar, Savitar unmasked himself to reveal the future Barry, who in the simplest of terms, is a remnant from Barry's selfishness to save his mother.
And in unsimple terms, he calls himself a temporal duplicate.
Yeah, because Time Remnant, it hurts him a little bit. So he's just like, no, I have a fancier name.
Yeah, and he's also like, he's like, oh, everyone hated me. They shunned me because I was technically an aberration.
Yeah, he said even Barry shunned him. He's like, you, Joe, Cisco, you guys can hang with me. So you know what? I just became a speed god because you guys are mean. Essentially, that's what he said. And so what he did was he orchestrated the myth of Savitar by going all the way back to the beginning of time and then, building up a group of acolytes.
He basically created Savitar.
Yeah, he became the god of speed just through a lie. This Barry is super broken, and it's because the one that we know now, or some version of that we know now, some version of the one we know now was a jerk face to him. Yeah. This is all because of the Barry we know.
He was bullied too much. That's what happened.
Yeah, and that's what we get. You get a demonic speed god. He is his own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Essentially. So
'tis true.
Barry tries to kill him. Tries to kill the future Flash, and it doesn't work because that dude is just OP.
They're the same exact person. I don't know if you could try to kill your own self.
Surprisingly, though, he still has a normal lightning. His lightning changes when he's in the suit.
Oh, yeah.
Now, that was pretty cool, though, how he jumped into it. That was awesome. And then they have a lightning throw battle, which lasted for about a second, but it was still awesome.
Did you see the destruction it caused?
Yeah.
That was... The thing that they're in like an open lot.
Yeah, it was
if that was near like any house. I mean, it was near houses, but it didn't hit any houses. That thing would have like a lot.
It was a Speed Force Meha.
Nice. It looked like you're trying to save that.
Speed Force Meha. And Savitar gets away. So naturally, what Team Flash does after they figure out who Savitar really is, that he's just a deranged Barry, they want to make the situation even worse. So what they do is they create the plot of this episode, which was to wipe Barry's mind of memories. Well, actually, they're trying to block new memories, but instead they gave him a really weird form of amnesia. They Man in Blacked him.
Yeah, basically.
And he couldn't remember anything because the things that he was thinking of in his mind, that's what was popping up when they cleared his head. So he forgot everything. The Savitar said cause and effect. It was kind of like he planted the seed already as to what the episode was going to be. Because Barry's like, what if I kill myself now? You won't exist. But he's like, oh yeah, but Eddie's dead, but Eobard is still around. So how do you know I'm not going to be around even though you're dead? Because I am a god. Cisco kind of done goofed. Actually, not just Cisco, but everyone who obliged to this, or not obliged to, everyone who agreed to this procedure done goofed. And so they spend the better half of the episode trying to jog his memory and everything. He doesn't remember that he has super speed. He doesn't remember who Iris is. He doesn't remember anything in his life.
He doesn't know his name.
Yeah. And because he doesn't know this...
Savitar doesn't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was made evident to us because Killer Frost is just like, oh, look at you. You're sitting on your butt all day. You don't even know what to do. And
hello.
He's just like kneeling there. He's not doing it. I thought he wasn't even in his suit.
Yeah.
But he just pops up and chokes her. And he's like, who am I? And what Caitlin does is she surprises the team. She's like, we need to work together because since your Barry doesn't remember anything, Savitar doesn't remember anything. So... in turn, Wally doesn't have his powers. Probably everyone that had ties to Savitar don't even know what the heck is going on. Just had a whole, lifetime wiped away from them. All the while, we even have another plot, like a subplot. I don't even know what it really served for, because the villain was a little bit underwhelming. I think his name was Lucius Coolidge.
Yeah, and his supervillain name was Heatmonger.
Yeah, so basically a heat wave knockoff.
Basically, yeah.
Cecile, I did not even realize this. I knew Joe talked to her at the end of last episode. I didn't know he actually told her about Barry. I thought he was leading into that, but apparently she already knew everything.
Remember when he came home and Wally also came back from
yeah.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I told her everything.
Oh, I missed that part then. So, of all the days for Barry to lose his memory, Cecile needs him to make a testimony on Heatmonger. It didn't work because he sweat on the damn smart glasses that they're feeding the info to him on. Mm-hmm. And he's like, because the fire is yellow. Mess up the whole entire case.
The greatest conclusion to a case.
And the judge was forced to dismiss it. Uh-huh. So, they kind of filled Cecile in that end. But Heatmonger's let go. He starts running amok throughout the city, or just one building, really.
Yeah.
And Barry finds out that he has super speed, and he's having fun, and
he toothbrush buried.
Yes, he did. He didn't even want to not him. Sorry, Iris didn't want him to return to the old life. He didn't want him to remember.
Because he's very, very happy.
Yeah. It's it's like a cliche. He wasn't carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yeah.
But every hero does. That's a superhero way. You need to have some sort of tragedy or something heavy that you carry to propel you to be better.
Some sort of struggle.
Yeah.
Ongoing struggle.
I guess that applies to real life too.
Yeah.
Makes you greater.
Everyone is a hero.
Yes. So Caitlin proposes that they all need to work together. And even though Cisco doesn't really like it and is a bit uncomfortable, along with Julian, they still make it work. And surprisingly, she's I was surprised that she wasn't even trying to hold them hostage or anything. She's pretty much actually worked side by side with them, which was weird because in the episode prior she was trying to kill all of them.
Yeah.
Or not kill all of them, but severely maim.
Mm-hmm.
And here Cisco was able to, what's the word?
Get her feelings out.
Yeah. By reminding her of all the good times that they had with Ronnie and Hartley, and basically every good memory he's had, she was in it. Just for a second, you just see the old Caitlin there because she remembered. And there's a glimmer in her eyes that her killer frost went away for a second,
subsided just for a bit.
But back to it, they're creating that thing that's supposed to trigger that part of Barry's head. Heatmonger is still at large, and they tell him that that's what's going on, and he goes to be a hero. And Iris doesn't want him to, but he tries anyways. And they use the device that they made to send a crazy shockwave into his suit that would trigger that part of his brain that he needed.
Basically try to jog his memory.
Yeah. And that's what they needed to do. They just needed to keep reminding him of what was going on, because it didn't work for a second.
Yeah.
And Iris brought up the most painful memory, and I guess that's what...
Your mom died. Everything bad happened. It's gonna work like that. I guarantee you.
I like that she balanced it though. She's with every good memory with every bad memory there's a good memory.
Yeah.
So
very true.
He's able to regain everything, but as he regains everything,
remember, and then I remember.
Yes.
And then he's just striking his finger across the wall. Why?
What are you gonna do? No one's there. And with the old Barry back, he and Wally team up, take down Heatmonger, and
they
stop the fire.
I wish that Caitlin went out there to help Barry.
That would have been awesome.
To stop the fire and stuff?
That would have been really awesome. But no, she watched. At least she was giving helpful hints to the team as to what to do.
Yeah.
And happy day. They saved the day. Savitar is out there with his memories again. And Barry and Iris go, Mama, I love you, and stuff like that. And then Barry, Julian, Cisco chase after Caitlin, who's I'm out of here. And Julian totally put it out there. He's I love you. And she's I don't love you. And I don't love you.
That's super cold.
Yeah, she's I don't love anybody.
Oh my Lord.
And as she gets on the elevator though, we see her eyes again. They go back to normal.
Yeah.
We see Caitlin for a second again. So that means she can be saved. They're they're teasing us.
Yeah.
And
she's getting the opposite of triggered.
Yeah. De-triggered.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
And Julian's oh, but I love you, and I can make a cure. I swear.
That was a super letdown.
Yeah.
That was a super sad letdown.
Yeah. When Michael Scott's just Please don't leave me. You leave me, I'm gonna go back to Jen, and I hate Jen. Oh God. But yeah, so there's still hope.
Yeah,
But
she's still caught up in her Killer Frost ways.
And who could blame her? It comes with the power.
Yeah,
right.
I guess.
And HR and Tracy, they had this weird thing going on throughout the episode, and they finally like kissed and stuff like that. They finally
kiss my lips.
Only he could sound very creepy and very funny at the same time.
Yeah,
and that didn't stop them though from creating and nearly completing their Speed Force bazooka, which they named it.
That's awesome.
But they need the power of the sun to power it.
Yeah.
So
something equivalent or more.
Yeah. And what do we see in the final scene? We see the power source, but where is it?
It's in a lockup where Argus is, and stuff happens with King Shark.
Yes. Whatever.
Words.
That thing is powering his containment. So they need to, because remember, he got out of the freaking water that he was in. He's somewhere underneath.
So is he forced to guard that thing?
No, like he's.
I know that thing powers
that like
keeps him alive.
It keeps him weak.
Oh,
I don't think he could do much.
Oh, okay. So it's like a power dampener for him.
Yeah, so of sorts. I think that powers a giant power dampener for him.
I kind of get it
in a sense like that. So Easter eggs.
Star Trek.
Yes.
And on HR's Earth, it's called Voyager.
Yes. Freaking Bart Allen.
Yeah.
Very called. He's like, I like Bart. Bart seems more familiar to me.
He checked his name. I'm Bartholomew. What's his middle name? Something Allen.
Yeah. Henry Allen.
Oh, Henry Allen. And he's like, who picked my name? It just doesn't sound. It doesn't roll off the tongue real well. And he's like, can you call me Bart? I'm Bart. I like being called Bart.
For those of you who don't know, that is his grandson or great-great-grandson.
Yeah, somewhere in his family tree.
And yeah, so hopefully we see him at some point.
Yeah, that'd be.
And he should play it like when he's older.
Thinking about it now, dude, I think that was an actual tease.
Yes.
Like I mean, like next season or the season after, they're going to introduce him.
I could have sworn that. I guess this is just the way I heard it. It probably was Eobard and Thawne, but I could have sworn he said Dawn.
Dawn?
Yeah, his kids. I thought he was talking about
Dawn and Dawn.
Yeah,
maybe.
Maybe it was just what I was hearing. But those are Barry Allen's kids with Iris,
the Tornado Twins.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool! I mentioned them last night on Supergirl.
Yeah. That's what I thought I heard. Maybe. But I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
The bad guy in this episode is named Lucius, and Malfoy was in the room with Lucius. You guys don't get that. I'm sorry. We have the Legends 2056 warning was actually future Barry warning them about Savitar. So I like that Cisco mentioned that was what they're talking about
in that message.
Yeah. So that's pretty crazy that it kind of came full circle here.
Dude, do you think...
So that means he's still battling him then.
So next season, the crossover is going to be him. That would be sick.
But they have to... Yeah, that's what I was saying to Jeremy. They have to secure Savitar as a recurring villain here.
Okay.
Because I feel like he's too OP to just get rid of. I feel like they could lock him away for now, but he's eventually going to turn up again. Because you see how fast this dude is?
I mean, he created Savitar. Barry created a god. So
yeah,
I don't think he could really kill.
He moves so fast that he teleports vast distances.
Yeah,
that's just crazy speed. But he could become a recurring villain at some point. Peter Coolidge, which was Lucius Coolidge. Why I say Peter?
I think that's his short. His name.
Yeah.
Or Lucius Peter Coolidge, and he just calls himself Pete Coolidge.
Okay, that makes sense. And Dragon Ball Z, Barry was apparently a huge fan of that growing up.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
From what Iris said.
I like that reference.
Anything else?
The Streak?
Yes.
Barry was sitting on the cosmic treadmill again. He named the the pet hamster Alexander Hamilton.
Of course he did. What a freaking... It's all right. We're allowed to say that because we're nerds too.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome. They mentioned Hamilton quite a bit
yeah.
on this, on this show. Yeah.
The only thing now is like we need to actually see them seeing the play, and then that'll be straight meta.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think that's it.
All right, so what do we see in the preview? Next week is called Infantino Street, which is the street Iris dies on, and is also a writer of The Flash.
Carmine, right?
Yes.
Infantino. Sweet.
Very cool nod. He would be proud of the show.
Yes.
So what happens next week is that they only have 24 hours until Savitar murders Iris.
Hey, shoot.
And Barry struggles to save the woman he loves and makes a choice to use any means necessary to do so. Realizing he has one option left to save her, the Flash returns to Captain Cold for help, which is probably to steal that big-ass son of a gun looking red sun thing.
I call it a terajoule.
Terajoule? Okay.
Well, because that's the amount of power that they need.
Okay,
3.68 terajoules, so I just call it
they
a
need
terajoule.
to steal the tetrajoule
from
Killer Shark's containment cell. So,
damn, they're breaking the rules.
Yeah. So what is this? What did he do? Because Snart is dead. Snart,
That's a good question.
Snart,
please don't.
You're dead.
Don't.
You are dead.
Oh my lord.
This is for Snart. He's dead.
22 Jump Street.
Seriously though, how did he run back in time again?
Maybe he created a time remnant.
He just grabbed another time. You know what? I made a...
That or what if... Yeah.
I'm just saying that logic.
No, think about the... Oh, go ahead.
I made a god out of my time remnant, so I'm just going to grab the villain and bring him here to help me.
He's good at stealing stuff.
Yeah, he is.
But seriously, remember at the end of Legends...
Yeah.
They dropped him off in a timeline, like back into the regular timeline.
Yeah.
I know he ends up dying.
Yeah.
But I feel like because of Flashpoint, he's still alive. You know? Because the Legends haven't been back. The Legends haven't been back since Flashpoint. Or since the crossover, the invasion.
Yeah.
They haven't been in their regular timeline. So I don't think they
true.
They figured out about Flashpoint yet. So
well, they did because...
No, because they changed time too, so they don't know.
So everything's all over.
That's what I'm saying. They don't. Maybe the fact that they changed the timeline and remember the finale,
yeah,
where everything was in Los Angeles.
Yeah,
maybe that caused Snart to come back.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. It's like, yeah, we fixed the time. What the freak is that? It's like they go back and change something again. It's like, we fixed it. What is that?
Yeah,
what is happening?
He's like, I missed you, buddy. And then Snart's like, what are you talking about?
But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So I guess we could just theorize what's going to happen. We will just put this out there, though. We already have a Savitar and Sportsmaster, a.k.a. Oliver Queen, who goes rogue after this season. Team up that goes versus the super legendary Flareverse. Bring in Kara from Supergirl and Mon-El and John and Win and Alex and all of them that are there. And Jimmy, hopefully, if he's still around. And
hopefully,
then after that crossover, they save and stop Savitar and Sportsmaster. They go back, or they try to go back to their respective worlds, but Mixie and Music Meister is like, Daddy, we got to tell on them because they're changing stuff over there.
And their dad is Time Trapper?
Yes, the dad's Time Trapper. And he's like, you know what? I'll put them all in one place. Boom! Pocket Universe. Or what if it's like even like more crazy? What if Savitar becomes the Time Trapper?
Wow. That's super insane.
Because he said in this episode, he's like, once I become the god of time, I could do anything. What if it's Barry Allen is
how would you stop him?
They just need a good version of him. They need Barry to move as fast as he does. That could like definitely like start a crisis sort of event. What I was really looking forward to is if it had been the original timeline Barry who went mad because things didn't work out on that timeline. Maybe Iris died some other way or somebody close to him.
Because that would be a lot more, I guess, suitable.
Yeah.
storyline.
And then he got jealous because
More than just some random time remnant.
yeah. But this, I mean,
They're still pretty good.
they did a
but-
pretty good job of making him not seem like he's random.
Yeah,
You know, like
guess.
he's like, you guys made fun of me, and I tried to be a hero with you, but you said get out of here, loser. So I became your darkest enemy.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's pretty. I still think that the revelation was still pretty cool, and Savitar could be a very worthy opponent to the whole entire legendary Flareverse. Oh, sorry, super legendary Flareverse.
Yes.
And moving forward, Iris isn't gonna die.
You don't think so?
Nobody on this team is gonna die. Killer Frost will probably be at large, and she'll probably be spending the next
Someone's gonna
better
die,
part of the
though.
next season
Someone
trying
is gonna
to
die.
get back to the team.
Yeah. Sorry.
The people who will die will probably be HR, Tracy,
Cecile?
possibly. Yes, those are like the highest. They have the highest kill factor.
I feel like she might.
Yeah, because things are getting too good for Joe. Like when things get too good for any protagonist, it just gets ripped away from them.
So maybe it's like Tracy, she builds the thing.
Yes.
The bazooka. Or she already did, but like they actually get the power.
Yeah,
It works. But she and Cecile pay the price, like you said last week.
yeah, and then HR
And Joe are
sacrifices himself.
Oh, okay, maybe.
To
Yeah, sure.
He wants to be with his love, Tracy.
Ah. He's like, it's like one of those, what's that? Romeo and Juliana?
Oh no! See, that's what we're saying. Maybe he's foreshadowing his own death.
Yeah, and then he's like, is this, what does he call him? He doesn't call him Crisco. He calls him,
Ramon
yeah, Ramon. There you go. He's
or
like,
Francisco.
Francisco. There you go. That's the one. And he's like, make sure you publish this book for me.
Yeah. So maybe that's what he does in his honor.
Yeah.
And they keep Star Museum,
Yeah.
and it turns into a Flash Museum at some point. But yeah, maybe Caitlyn, she'll be like fighting that side of her in the next season. And
Maybe,
then
yeah.
it would be really cool to see.
She's an actual like super character because
Yeah.
she's a villain now, but hopefully she becomes a superhero and she stays like that. You know,
So
She
she's
could be
like
a
how. Go ahead. No, go.
she could be a scientist and a hero at the same time.
Yeah. Or she could be an anti-hero and she kills bad guys instead. And that's
Sure.
like what
Why not?
the Flash family and the Flash team try to stop
She's
her next
only
season.
an anti-hero because she can't.
Control herself.
Yeah, she can't control
herself
herself.
from being cold.
Okay.
She just doesn't have. Maybe they'll find a cure for her, and hopefully Julian stays around until next season.
Yeah.
And becomes
Mr. Element.
at some point. That would be cool to see him like dress up again, but like in new garb.
Do you see his outfit in the comics?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if he made it. If Cisco made that for him just as a joke.
Yeah.
You know, he's like, oh, I'm pretty sure it suits you, man. He's like,
Yeah.
no.
No, I won't put it on. I won't allow it. And then like at the end of the season, he's like, you put it on. He's like, shut up. He's like, it's better than riding a wand. Riding a wand?
Yes.
Riding a broomstick.
No, one.
But yeah, then we'll probably have Jesse Quick, and maybe HR will come back
You mean
because
Harry?
he's still alive. Oh yeah, sorry. Harry
Yeah.
will come back, or maybe he's Harrison rootin' tootin' Wells that we've been talking about, or he comes back as Max Mercury or Johnny Quick
Johnny Quick.
or
yeah.
John
Dude,
Fox or
if
something
he was,
like that.
if he was, what's that dude's name? You just said it.
Max
Not Johnny
Mercury?
Quick. Yeah, Max Mercury. He would be a big part of the timeline.
Yes.
Guaranteed.
But, you know, we would settle for Harry because he's still around.
Yeah.
And, you know, what would be cool, though, is if this show is called The Flash, but it would be really cool to see episodes that was like...
Flash family?
Yeah, it allowed everyone else to kind of shine.
Yeah.
So what I was theorizing is in order to stop Savitar, or maybe they do lock him away, they end up doing that. But Barry that we know, either the Speed Force gives him another chance to go to the original timeline, so it kind of negates what he's been going through this whole season. That way Savitar doesn't exist. Or he gets locked away for a little bit in the Speed Force to take place of...
Jay Garrick.
Yes, who they still need to save. You know, he sits in there until a bigger bad comes. We're guessing that whoever this bigger bad is, since it's not going to be a speedster next season, apparently to the executive producers, is going to have to be somebody pretty like decent, like cosmic size or something that's they're going to have to go into the Speed Force and grab Barry.
Yeah.
Because they're probably going to do the reverse of the... What do you call it?
They didn't confirm who the villain was.
No, but they said it's not a speedster.
Okay.
So the thing is, we're just gonna put this out there. Maybe they're gonna recreate the DC Revert scene where where Barry finds Wally and like they hug, but it's gonna be the opposite. It's gonna be Wally finding Barry. Or maybe, this is exactly what Savitar wants. He wants them to think that this is how his origin was, but really it was Barry sealing himself in the Speed Force so that he becomes crazy, becomes Savitar within the Speed Force, and then comes to kill everybody.
Huh. Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
he knows everything that leads up until that point. So everything we've seen through the season, he has like directed it.
Yeah.
So who's to say that he's not lying and making them go the way he wants?
Dude.
He might not even be a time remnant.
That's true.
He could be like that Barry. It's just like he needs to solidify. Like it's kind of like the Flashpoint paradox. Remember, like Eobard, what do you call it? How come you can exist here, but I had to recreate my powers here? And then he said, like, I did something to the timeline so that I could exist in both sides, but Barry Allen can't. So what if it's like they did that here? It's Flashpoint paradox, but he's doing it to himself. He's creating a paradox of himself so that he can live. Savitar version of Barry can live, but that good Barry is dead.
Yo, that's super like. My brain is.
How do you guys know he's not lying?
Maybe.
You can't. Who takes the villain's word? Come on, you gotta think.
Exactly.
I'd have been like, bull crap. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Yeah, either that or maybe if it's not a speedster, Cobalt Blue, he still can be an option because he's not a true speedster because he has power absorption. Yeah. So all of his powers come from it's called a blue flame energy access. So sort of like how it's Speed Force for Barry and then the Firestorm.
So it's like what Eddie had around his neck.
Yeah. Basically like that. And so he can still be Cobalt Blue. And what's his name? The Savitar, he kept mentioning the two of them. Yeah. Him and Ronnie. So what if one of the two are villains for next season?
That'd be sick.
I know we saw Deathstorm.
I would love to see Eddie Thawne as Cobalt Blue.
Yeah. Because he's not a speedster. He can get superhuman speed, but after absorbing it from someone.
Nah, chill with the speed. Chill with the speed.
Maybe he's like super flight.
Maybe superhuman reflex. Like, it's okay to have like reflexes, but like the speed, that's Barry's thing. We were sick of seeing people faster than him. Yeah.
No, it says right here, incredible amounts of speed, but not as fast as Wally West. So,
man, Wally's so smug, man. He's just like, well, I lost my power, but I could still, I could teach him everything that he taught me. He needs something to grow as a character. He's so whiny sometimes, but we still. What's his name? Yes, I forgot him for a second. Wally, he's got a ways to go, but he's got heart. That's the thing. Yeah, that's what's important, and we can't wait to see him with Jesse. They need to have like their own like episode trying to figure stuff out. Like those off episodes where like they get into trouble, and they try to fix it themselves, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. And like I'd love Barry just to be like, I knew it, and he just pulls them back into the. Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
Any other theories?
That's it. I just want a good villain next season.
Flash Family Kamehameha and Killer Frost and Vibe doing it's just like a huge team up move. They did a lot of team up moves this season, which was good, but I want it to last longer. Yes. Like how they did the Kamehameha this episode, like that, but with more people. And that's another thing. The Barry that's in the Savitar suit, his suit is like sentient. Like it moves on its own. Mm-hmm. It's like it has
better than yours.
It's like it has its own like free will. To move.
Maybe, like you're saying, it gets energy from the Speed Force. Yeah. So maybe those are like souls.
Oh, so like all the remnants he killed and stuff. That makes sense. But see, how do you know he's not lying about stuff? What if he's making Barry do all this stuff so that because he knows it's gonna happen? You know, it's inevitable. But
inevitable.
What do you think about the episode, Bears?
I like this episode. It's pretty decent.
Nice. You said that for like I don't even know, but that means he's been loving all these episodes.
He's super consistent. He likes every show.
Final thoughts about this episode?
Very solid.
I loved it, especially since they had Caitlin like working.
That's
with
what I was about to say. Yeah,
the crew again. And even though the confrontation between Barry and Savitar was very like short, the monologue was and the interactions between them were so good. Grant Gustin's really good at portraying a bad guy, and so is Daniel Panabaker. They're excellent at everybody. When Cisco played the bad guy, when what's his name?
Julian?
Carlos Valdez played the bad guy.
Yeah.
Tom Felton played the bad guy. We still have yet to see Joe play the bad guy. He played kind of a jerk in Another Earth, but HR played the bad guy.
Yeah.
He's a dude disguised as another dude in another dude's body. And yeah, so every time any character on the CW plays a bad guy, they do a really good job. And we can't wait to see this epic final battle between Barry and Savitar and Team Flash. Hashtag for this episode.
Hashtag Bart.
Remnant.
Hot dog.
Okay.
Kind of got awkward right there. A little off, but it's okay.
Choice words, man. Choice words.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Bart.
Remnant.
Hot dog.
So with that being said, you guys go leave a comment down below what you thought about the episode and your theories of what's to come. And if you enjoyed, go leave a like.
Come over to my channel where we figure out exactly how to make your own Philosopher's Stone. We don't actually know how, but we do have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. videos, so that's kind of cool, right? It's something. It's a good, just come check me out, please.
Be sure to check out our Creators Co. as well as social links down below. Thank you guys for watching the 18th episode of the Justice Clubhouse Podcast.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
2 more episodes of this and Supergirl and Arrow.
6 more episodes of shows.
We shall have done all 3 seasons of Flash, 3 seasons of Arrow, and 2 seasons of Supergirl and
2 seasons of Legends. Yeah, we say 3 seasons of Arrow because
we on season 3.
Yeah, we missed out the first 2 seasons.
And also
Agents.
2 seasons of Agents.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you guys for supporting us on this channel, and we're gonna keep hashing these out as long as the shows exist.
Yeah,
we may be trying out different ways of doing it, but they'll still be getting to you all the same.
Yeah,
that didn't even make any sense.
Thank you guys for sticking around. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, thanks for sticking around too. We've changed a lot over the past how long have we been on YouTube? 6 years?
Yes.
Yeah, 6 years. I think we finally found our niche. We just got to build on that.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you guys once again. It's been amazing.
I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Which came first, Savitar or the Speedster?
The Speedster.
Are you sure about that? Because he was the first god of speed.
Yes. Oh, the meta came first.
Okay. That was not the answer I was looking for. I think you're right, though.